Hi, I'm Creason.
And I'm Cynthia.
And this is Random Spirit, where we talk about random topics. What are we talking about today, Cynthia?
Today, we will be talking about crystal shops.
Yeah, crystal shops. I haven't been to many. I know you've been to a lot.
I've been to, I think, like 3. But see, okay, I'll start. First, I want to say Happy New Year, because I think the last episode,
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't know if we were going to post or not. So, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year 2022.
Yay.
Folks.
Last night, I didn't really sleep because people were popping fireworks.
It was around my place, too.
No, dude, but okay. Last night was already crazy because, I was on the phone with you and the girls were just like...
Okay, they didn't like New Year's. They had... They had sleep issues.
I don't know what was going on, but they were upset, and all of a sudden they were like I'm scared, and I'm like, scared of what? So then we went to my sister's room, and then I was like, all right. So then I slept in the middle, and then they fell asleep, but I didn't. And now there's an ambulance. We're recording in the car. It's all good in the neighborhood. It's okay. It's all right. It's gonna pass. Okay. So yeah, the girls fell asleep, Bashy fell asleep, and there was just fireworks popping like crazy. I have not been home in a while, especially for the holidays.
Yeah.
And fuck.
Well, they can't crack fireworks in the forest. You'll have a full-on forest fire.
I don't live in the forest.
Live in the middle of the wilderness. Of course they can't be cracking fireworks out there.
That's the best way to crack. That's the best place to crack fireworks.
Oh, you mean you just light a trash can on fire?
Hey, they do people do that stuff. Okay. But yeah, it's nice to be home for, the holidays and the new year and reconnecting, dude. I recently reconnected with my biological family and I start crying. It was an amazing experience yesterday. We got to spend some time and the girls love them, and it's all right. So yeah, back to crystal shops. Yeah. So yeah, crystal shops. So one of the things when I had first started the spiritual journey, people have told me you have to go into a crystal shop and feel it out,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily agree. I feel like everyone has their own thing. So back at home in Virginia, it was really difficult for me to go anywhere because I always had the kids and Trey was always working and he
Mm-hmm.
So how I started off and Creason too is we just fucking shoot the shit, and we got we went online and we did intensive research.
Yeah, we researched. For me, I researched the places that these crystals came from.
Yeah.
And I tried to go ahead and find people and shops that were around the area to go and ship from.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do it typically. I'm pretty sure if we were in the same state like we are now, we probably went to the crystal shops first.
Yes.
But just due to the way that it was, we were separated. So we were well, what's the best way we can actually try to pull this one off? And so we went online first.
Well, you got yours off of Amazon, and then it directed you God knows where. And then for me, I went to Etsy because quite honestly, I love supporting like small businesses and stuff. And I did some research, and I am on that. I asked some like of the people like on the app, and they directed me to Etsy. And also like another friend, Amber. I asked Amber. I don't really talk to her, but she like showed me some like of the kits on Etsy. So I went on there, and that's where I got our carnelian. And I forgot what else I got, but yeah, I guess like people like to people like to feel the energy of the crystal. And it's hard to explain the feeling, because Creason has been okay. So when I came home here in California, I was like, looking stuff up, and I was like, there's a crystal shop literally by my house. That's good. So I had went, when did I go? The first time I went by myself?
Yeah, you went by yourself. I mean, we went together, but you couldn't go in the first time that we went to check it out.
Because my kids were being kids.
And there was a line.
Yes. So the second time I went with my nephew. Yes. I went with Jaden. Yes. And then I think the 2 other times I went with my sister. And then this last time I went with you.
Yes.
And dude, I love that crystal shop. So did you know the girl told me that they've been there for like 30 years?
Oh, I did not know that.
So it's been there this whole time, but like I didn't get into this until just recently. But yeah, like they've been there for like 30 years.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. Yes.
That's insane. But
I mean, I didn't know that they were there for that long, but I mean, it's inside of this nice little corner.
Yes. It's kind of like hidden, because the first time when we had went, we couldn't find it.
Yeah, I know. I drove around looking for it. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, but we had found it. But anyways, so the first time I had went in, dude, it's a lot of it's hard to explain. That like when you walk into a crystal shop, it's like, I like to explain it, dude, everything's anxiety for me, but like your chest kind of feels heavy, and there's like all these emotions that you don't know what to deal with. It's energy. It's a lot of energy. And the weird thing about it is that like when you walk into a crystal shop, sometimes you get called to things, and how you get called to things is like, it's hard to explain. You just walk up, like your eye catches something, and then like you go towards it, and like the way I feel warm. I feel kind of like this weird tingly like warm feeling. And then like say like if I walk away and then like that thing comes back to mind, I'm like, okay, so I turn back, it's calling me. What I was called to was the candles.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I like
the chakra candles, right?
Was it the chocolate candles?
I think so. They have the same colors as the little chakra
Oh yeah, the chakra candles. Yeah. I've been dealing with a lot of I don't even know what you call it. What have I been dealing with?
Oh my God. I mean, it's just like, we were dealing with a lot of everything, because when you walk into that store, like we were looking at the crystals,
yeah,
we were looking at the candles, we were looking at the books.
No, but like I'm talking about like internally. I'm dealing with a lot of emotions. I've been dealing a lot internally, and one of the things that I did not know that needed to be worked on was my heart chakra. And there's a specific crystal that I had seen. I should have fucking gotten you some. There was the healing candle, and there was some, but fuck, the next time I go, I'll get you one.
Okay.
There's like a healing candle, and yeah, like you fucking turn it on, and it smelled really, really good.
I think you're attracted to those smells, you know.
I love those smells. But yeah, like that's what I was attracted to last week.
Yes.
We had went, and Creason, dude, I have never seen you like so like you walk into a store and you're just like, there's so much going on. Dude, you couldn't concentrate.
Like the amount of energy that was like flowing from the store when I walked in, I was like, I felt overwhelmed. Like, yes. I really did. Like, I felt overwhelmed with like energy. Now, it wasn't like a bad energy.
Well, yeah.
It was more of just like, you know,
all these good emotions.
Yeah.
All
and it's funny because like there is certain like things that draw you more in there than others. Like I got drawn to crystals like almost immediately upon walking in.
Yeah.
And it's amazing like how that place just makes you feel. Like it's overwhelming. Like it was my first experience. Like you've been in crystal shops and you've been in and out of crystal shops.
Yeah.
But that was my first experience with a crystal shop, like ever.
It's a lot of energy.
And it was a lot to take on. It was a lot to handle, you know. There's so much in there, and there's
so much to look at.
It's dense with stuff.
They just hit you in the face with crystals.
Yeah, I know.
Kreesing was like, oh wait, look this. Oh no, wait, look that. Oh wait, look that.
I remember and we were looking for Apache tears, I believe.
I was looking for Trey.
Yeah, and it was crazy. We ended up finding it because they're very knowledgeable in there. They know the different names of the crystals.
Let me just tell you, for those of you that don't know, Apache tears is obsidian.
Yes, it's
black obsidian.
Black obsidian. Yeah.
Mind blown. I did not know that. I already had that at home. Holy shit.
I know.
Yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
So yeah, when it comes down to it, I think just looking at all the crystals, seeing all the crystals, and seeing all of them in front of you, you can get whichever one you want, price wise, I would say it's moderate. You can spend a lot if you're not paying attention, because a single stone. Yeah, I know. A single stone can run you some cash, but they do have the store that we went to tried to give something back. They give little gifts and stuff if you purchase stuff.
Every $25 you spend, you get a little gift,
which is really nice.
That is so not a lot of stores do that. The one in Virginia doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
But continue.
Yeah, so but I think after a little while you went to the car to kind of sit down, I think.
Yes.
And then I just explored the shop by myself, and I went and I was looking through the books.
They're really cool, huh?
Yeah, they had a lot of great crystal books.
I know.
I was intrigued.
You got one crystal book, and then you got
I got a pamphlet that tells you about all the crystals. When we start doing our research episodes, we're gonna start doing those soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use those research things so you guys can learn a little bit more about the stones. Basically I'm buying it so that way you guys don't have to.
So you have your zodiac crystal, and then you have that pamphlet, and then I have the books that Shemaine got me, my mother-in-law got me.
Yeah,
that's so cool. I'm so excited.
I know. We're gonna be able to go ahead and go really in depth about the crystals, what they are,
their properties,
and how they affect us. I think is important as well. So yeah, I can't wait until we can go into this into a little bit more depth.
Yes.
But yeah, this journey has been crazy, and the crystal shop's a very good tool. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I was to compare the online versus the crystal shop experiences, the crystal shop can be overwhelming, as you first come in, because there's so much that you have to go in and absorb. So having a plan of what you're trying to do would help. I'm looking for these crystals, but the people in there should be able to go and help you out, which I was happy that the people that we had in there were some of the nicest people in California.
They were so sweet. But the thing that I would say is that I feel it's different because you can go into a crystal shop and be called, because I believe I had went with someone back at home and they just went, and then they ended up getting some crystals. Every crystal shop's different. This one is by far, I feel, my second favorite. There was one crystal shop in Virginia, in Charlottesville, and I forgot the name. That crystal shop was I feel every shop gives you different vibes. This vibe was chill, and it was cool, and they were really nice. But I was when I had went, I was looking for cards. I was looking for tarot cards. Okay, this just came to mind. How crazy is this? I don't know if I had told you. There was a deck. I think it was a tarot deck, but it was a Wiccan tarot deck. And it was I think it was the shadows of, I don't even fucking know what. Right? And I'm not into that stuff, but I was drawn to it. I was fucking drawn to it. And I think one of my guides was into that.
Oh, okay.
How fucking crazy is that?
But
like,
crazy.
I was looking at it and I was telling Trey, and he was like, "Is that what you want?" And then I was like, "Eh." So then I asked one of the guys, and he was like, "Oh, like, you know, it's this, this, and this." And I was like, I'm not into that stuff, and I don't want to get into that. I mean, it's cute. Like, I liked it. It had a lot to do with shadow work, but I was called to a lot of the cards.
Yeah.
There was just like something in me telling me like no, and I feel like it's because your dumbass got me.
Okay.
One of the cards, I think you had gotten me. I forgot you got me a couple, but one of the decks I had seen, and then also I feel like Amazon's cheaper, but yeah, they had like sage and stuff. Every crystal shop's different. Another one that I had went to with Rosie, my sister-in-law, dude, that was a mixture of like, oof, don't come at me. It was a mixture of like a little bit of bad vibes with like good vibes. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was like a really small shop, very disorganized. I wouldn't go again. I did not go again. I didn't go again.
Well, what kind of bad vibes were you getting from the shop? Like, was it just because it was disorganized, or was there like...
I think it was like disorganization and like a little bit of like fakeness.
Oh.
And not like, it was just so disorganized. Like, you would walk up to something and you didn't know what it was. So you know how at this one they had the name, and then like they had cards of their properties. The one that I had went to with Rosie did not. And there were literally just crystals just like plastered everywhere, and I was like, bruh, seriously?
Wow, it's like a rock shop.
A rock shop. But yeah, that was like,
It's crazy.
That was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that does sound like it's pretty crazy.
So disorganized. I personally didn't like it. And then there was the other one in Waynesboro. That one wasn't really a crystal. Well, I would say like you can get herbs and stuff. That's where I got my what do you call it? The bowl. Is it an ash bowl? An ashtray?
Ashtray, yeah.
Or like no. It was a smudging. I don't know what the fuck you call it, but like after you burn sage or you burn incense, you you put the like to take it out, you know, to take it out. So that's where I got that. But yeah, I've been to multiple crystal shops, and by far one of my top ones is here. But let's talk about online. So online, I just go by reviews, and I kind of go by like my intuition, and so far it's worked for me because I feel like every crystal we've had is legit.
I feel the same way. Also, like another way or another avenue, there's some people that like when they do their cards and stuff, they would like sell crystals on the side and things like that. Now, I don't know how legitimate those people are, but you know, there are quite a bit of avenues. It's either you go online, you look for them. You could go directly to like a crystal shop online. Those guys are usually pretty expensive though. Like the legitimate crystal shops that you try to go to online, like they have like really, really high prices. Like going to a crystal shop in real life is probably better than going to one online because the prices get really high. If you're going through Amazon or like, you know, any of those other like storefronts, I would say to look up the people who are selling the things. It's hard to do, or look at reviews like my friend has said here.
I'm a big review person.
You want to try to do either one of those, because if you don't, like, there's a lot of fake crystals out there. And,
yes, there is.
It's difficult to tell because, like, I was looking up the different ways that they make the crystals. Sometimes, like, they're made in a lab. Other times they dig them up. And then sometimes they just want to make a buck, so they'll, like, cut a gemstone to look like the crystal. And, like, you know, it just won't, you know, be the crystal. It'll just be, like...
a fucking rock.
Yeah, it'll just be a rock. Yeah, it'll be flipping whatever. So the hard part I feel is just like going through that and like figuring out exactly what's legit and what's not. There's a lot of videos online that like try to help and like, you know, I think that we saw
is
something
very helpful.
Yeah, like that try to like tell you like this is what you want to look for if you're looking for like a real moldavite, but insert crystal here. You know, there's a lot of those types of YouTube videos. I used to look at the dislikes to like ratio, but they kind of took that out of YouTube, so now I can't look at the dislike to like ratio anymore. But I used to look at that to try to see like which ones were legit.
Bro, I just use Google.
Yeah.
I use Google, and then I would ask those this like spiritual mom group on like the app. But yeah, like I'm a big review person. Like the moldavite, there's like Google helped me on that because I remember you asking me, and then fuck, I forgot what it said. I had sent you all the information, and you're like, oh, okay, it's legit, and luckily we did. But the thing I will say is that online, I feel like it's depending. The crystal shops that I go to online are cheaper than the crystals at the place here that we go to.
Correct.
Because one of the things is that at the one here, they sell the pendants or like the crystal the part separate from the actual
necklace. Yeah.
The actual necklace.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, why?
I know, you want to sell them all as one piece.
I know.
I guess because people want to mix and match, maybe. Like, you know, put like 2-3 crystals on a necklace. I guess you can like mix and match it like that.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. Fucking sirens. What's going on? Well, it's because I think there's a hospital right here. Cynthia. But yeah, like, I just am so blessed and so happy that these crystals that we have gotten online have been legit. There's this shop, I think, where is it? I think it's not even here in the States, dude. I think it's in like the UK.
Oh, the UK.
Dude, that girl ships shit quick.
Damn.
That's where I got your carnelian and your rose quartz.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what the name of that was.
It was like pixie dust or something.
Pixie dust, okay.
I got my stuff there, and her shit, like, it was quick. And then I got, I don't know the name. It was from Alabama. That girl was super sweet. She had sent me a box, and then she sent me like extra crystals on there. And then there's another shop. Okay, Etsy, you gotta like watch with the cards, with the tarot cards. I got my Crystal Vision tarot deck because I think I've said it before on here. I do not like the traditional tarot. You know, I call it like medieval, like I don't like that. So I was looking for a crystal deck that I had seen, I think on Instagram. Excuse me, a reasonable price one, because you know your girl is broke. so I found one on Etsy, but I guess my stupid ass didn't like really like look into it, and they're like, it didn't come with the guidebook, but you had to scan a QR code. But that QR code don't fucking like that.
That's right.
It didn't work.
It didn't work when you tried it.
It did not work, and I tried with other phones, and it did not work. And I was pretty upset, but it's all right because there was an app. I had to pay separate.
Oh, wait, you paid for that?
I paid for the app. Like, there's an app. And that app had, it was like it wasn't that much. But I was kind of like, what the fuck? Because, like, I seen that deck at the crystal shop in Charlottesville. And like with the price of the fucking deck and the price of the app, I should have fucking like got it wherever else. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, that tarot deck was pretty, it was pretty. I like that deck. A little confusing. Again, I like my Gaia, like hardcore Gaia. And that wraps up the online shopping. I will be pulling cards now. I pulled from my Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, and I picked the card for myself. Well, I pulled the card for myself, nourishment. Choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. I choose to nourish myself. I strongly believe that nourishment has a lot to do with self-love, self-care, caring about your mental health, caring about yourself. And I have honestly been on that path. I have been caring more about my mental health and myself. I've been meaning to meditate. I actually am going to start pushing on to meditation. The only times I really have is when I put my son to sleep during his nap time and at night, and if I get up super early in the morning, I will. So yeah, I definitely need nourishment in my life. Meditation is a great way to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. This is a beautiful card. I will be posting the cards on our Instagram, randomspirit28. Next is Creason's card. Creason's card is the peace card. It's peace, and it says peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world. Creason, you take on this.
My card was peace, and the reflection of this card is to be at peace with what's going on with your life. In my specific case, I've been barreling ahead on a lot of different endeavors at the same time. Taking a step back, to reflect on those endeavors is really what makes it difficult. And I feel that this card is telling me to be at peace with the decisions that I've made and the ones that I'm barreling towards. So yeah, I think the card's message is pretty clear. You just want to be calm within yourself with the decisions that you've made and try not to let them take too much out of you. That being said, I hope that you guys would go ahead and follow us on at randomspirit28. We post up our cards. We also, if you guys hint about future episodes, things of that nature, you can all get that from the Instagram that we have. And remember, guys, to love yourself. And until next time.
Bye.
Bye.